what's up, hello. Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Queen Femme, and today we're talking about the things parents do that don't help you coming out. There are still parents that just, and there's a lot of them still, don't act like it's just not a thing anymore. Still a lot of parents that just don't get it and they just don't understand. And we finna get into this episode. Let's talk about it. Getting into this video. See, listen, my coming out story was all about how it felt like a corn maze because I came out so many times, but it was either ignored or undermined or not granted, not warranted. People just really didn't mind it because I look feminine, I look girly, and I know how to be straight. Like, I learned that. I got it. When they said I was going to be an abomination as a kid, it was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to like boys. Get it, got it, boom. Learned what I needed to learn in movies. Got what I needed to understand. So, I know how to be straight. I know how to do that. So, I don't want to. I don't desire it. But I know how to do it. I feel like that was a learned behavior for me. But whatever. It's okay. I learned it. And I did that for some time. But this video really hits home for me. This topic really hits home for me. Whatever. So let's talk about how parents don't make it easy at all. Starting out with denial. They deny, or they can. Some do. Just in straight denial. They deny you the permission to be who you are. They are captivated in getting you back to what they feel is normal or perfection, or what they feel is like acceptable to everyone else based off of how they were raised or how they grew up or what they believe. And it's like they just never really quite get it that you're missing the mark on the support system part, okay? And you as a person, you kind of just have to like come to terms with not everybody is gonna want to please or be as nice to you as you are to them, or as you want to please them. Not everybody is going to support you the way you want to support them. It is easier to give it than it is to get it from people, and it's okay. It's okay, especially when it's your parents. It's okay, because you have to understand that you can't expect from them what they can't provide. And once you take that title away, that person is always still going to be a whole human who has their own feelings and emotions, who has their own troubles and their own struggles that they go through on a daily basis, regardless of if you're there or not. And then on top of that, they have the whole responsibility of loving you, taking care of you, and providing for you whatever it is that you need. So that's just parents, and they're just not going to get it all the time. They have their own dreams for who you need to be. I'm telling Caden right now, he's going to be an astrophysicist, and I promise you, the more I love on him and take care of him, the more I honor my mom and respect her and get it. And then she's also growing, because the more he's in her life as a grandmom and she see me going through it as a mom, she's also having her little aha moments. And, you know, we're bonding and we're way closer than what we ever been. Like, I love my mom. Like, it's crazy. Shouts out to Caden for fixing that. Yay. Thank you, Lord. Not only is there denial, they have it where they throw you away. Like, I've been thrown out, thrown away, thrown to the side, thrown to the wolves, kicked out, whatever you want to call it. They just try to throw it all away, act like it never happened, or throw you away and act like you don't exist, or you can't exist around them until you change. So, or till you change your mind, or till you grow out of that phase, or whatever the case is. It's like they can't fathom or like wrap their minds around having a child that is homosexual or into the same sex, or even queer or transgender. But this journey is new for me. And well, it's new for me being free about it. I've always dabbled, my darling. I've always dabbled in a little few things, a little extracurricular activities, if I may. Sorry, y'all, my bad. But I'm theatrical, so it happens, darling, to the best of us. Parents don't always make it easy for us when we're trying to explore who we are and what we're growing into, and they don't always get it, and it's not their fault. It's not your fault. It doesn't make them bad, and it really doesn't make you bad. It's just their opinion. It's what they're going based off of and what they know. I don't know. I feel like as the child coming out, you always have to protect the parent, and we just accept it. It's like kind of like they throw us away or they are in denial, and it's like, oh well, I gotta protect my mom or my dad because they can't handle that. I gotta protect my parents because clearly they can't handle it. They're not handling reality right now the way I need them to. They're not coming to my aid or my rescue. They're actually the ones fighting me and telling me my reality is not real, and telling me what I feel is gonna go away and it's just a phase and it doesn't last long and it's gonna take me to hell. And they have to convince me and teach me to continue to do the things that they're used to because that's what society set us up to do. So you kind of can't all the way blame them, but at the same time, it's sad because as a child, you're looking for this individual person to be the title that they are, which is a mom or dad, and love you unconditionally the way you have to love them unconditionally, because the same religion that has them telling us we're going to hell is the same religion that teaches us we have to honor our mother and father or the days of our lives will be shortened. So it's just kind of like, you know, a catch-22, and you feel trapped, and what I did, and I felt alone and isolated, and I feel like there was no options that I had. But what I would say to my younger self, if I, you know, was still going through that, and I hope this video reaches the people that are going through that right now, I just want to tell you this, like, if anything, I don't want to teach you how to be deceptive or live a double life, but please continue to live your life. Please, and do what you want to do, not what somebody else telling you to do. I ended up married. I ended up having children. I ended up doing so many other things, moving from state to state. I ended up being engaged a few times. Like, it was just, you just really don't want to go through the extra stuff that you really don't even want in your life when you look back at it, or you really wish you could have did differently. You don't even want all of that. You want to just live, love, and be happy. So I say, I know it's hard right now. I know it's frustrating. I know it's isolating. I know that they could throw you away or be in denial or pray it off or try to pray it off. That's another thing, trying to pray it off. I know that they try to do all of that stuff, and it doesn't really work, but at the end of the day, I just need you to know that you're not alone. It's all for a good reason. It's gonna build you up and make you who you need to be, who you want to be, who you're gonna walk into, you know, your future being. And you never know, like, if it is a phase for you, because there's no shame to people who went through the gay phase. There's no problem with that. My phase never went away, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gay. This is what it was. But it's no shame to anybody going through it. But how would you ever know if you never explore it? Get it out your system and figure it out. Like, it doesn't even have to be sexual where you out here having sex with everybody. It just could be you finally finding an emotional connection that just so happened to be with the same sex, and you want to explore that. And after you continuously go through that roller coaster of emotion and love or bliss or whatever it is for you, you can know, like, hey, that was for me or it wasn't. Like, I just say, don't be afraid, because at the end of the day, when you take out the idea of right and wrong, because everything doesn't have to be a right or wrong, because what's right for somebody else may not be right for you. What's wrong to somebody else may not be wrong to you or for you. So at the end of the day, when you take out that whole concept of trying to please, of trying to be right, of trying to not be wrong, of trying to not mess up, not being an F up, because I used to think I was an F up all the time, of just not getting it right. Just take that out of the equation. Try your best to just be like, you know what? I'm not going to have the perception that something is right or wrong. I'm going to have the perception that this is who I am, and I am being true to who I am, what I feel, and I'm going to explore. And there's nothing wrong with exploring what you got going on when it comes to your sexuality, because that's solely what I'm speaking on. I just feel like there's no harm in exploring. And I'm not saying have unprotected sex with a lot of people. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with taking a step back from right or wrong, no matter what age, and exploring that emotion, that feeling, figuring it out for yourself, figuring out if this is something that's real, figuring out if it's something that's trending. Are you doing this because you're around a lot of gay people? Are you doing this because you feel pressure? When you're by yourself, what do you see? What do you want? What arouses you? Things like that. I just feel like that's important to get to know about yourself. And once you know that you know, nobody can tell you anything, because you are yourself, and all you're doing is growing up, being a older version of who you are right now. That's it. You're an older version, so you learn that society wants you to be more poised, and you learn that society wants you to be more controlled in your actions and emotions. But all you do is become a controlled version of who you are. So if growing up sexually that you like women and you are a woman, then sweetie, all you're gonna do is be a controlled lesbian. That's it. I'm very conservative. I'm very controlled in my actions when I'm out and about, when I'm doing my thing. But at home, I am gay as all outdoors, loud and proud, and I am the most. You know what I'm saying? I'm very dramatic. That's what everybody tells me, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind being dramatic. I don't mind being gay. I don't mind people calling me gay. I don't mind it. I actually love it and embrace it because I don't look like that when I leave the house, and people don't accept that. So I embrace all of it. I don't see anything as an insult. Even the going to hell thing. I must be being gay very good if you feel like you need to tell me I'm going to hell. I mean, you must be mad. That's how I feel. You need to be gay too. And not that gay homosexual, but gay isn't happy. So it's like, just, you ain't gotta be gay to be gay. Be gay, I also know that they can isolate you, and that could be an empty feeling. I also know that you can go through really feeling alone and wanting to die because you don't understand that somebody's out there and they get you, and that your friends are out there and they get you, and that you're gonna have a whole life full of like love and people that understand you once you break out of wherever you are. It may feel like a small town. It may feel like your small world. Your world is small. It may feel like a small city. I feel like I am now in a small town. I feel like I am now in a small city. Like, with social media, all our circles is smaller anyway, but at the same time, it's like, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so I just feel like we all may not know each other. We all don't have like town meetings, and it's not like a Schitt's Creek. Have you ever seen that show? I love Schitt's Creek. If you ever seen Schitt's Creek, it's not like that small. So I feel like I know that it could be hard and difficult, to understand that you're gonna break out of that. You are bigger than that, or you are better than that. Especially when you're isolated and you don't have that constant reminder. You're not having that constant validation that would give you the confidence you need in order to be who you want to be as a grown-up. I had to give myself that. That took therapy, that took prayer, and that took me taking a different approach and a different perception on my own life. I had to go about it with a different point of view. I had to go about it with a different emotion. And I really had to explore growing in that area of not needing people to validate me, and not needing my mom or my dad, who wasn't really there ever anyway. But getting out of the mindset that they're gonna tell me good job. Getting out of the mindset that they're gonna tell me, oh, it's okay, go ahead, explore that, or oh, that's nice, or even just giving me advice. It took me time to understand it doesn't happen like that just because I wanted to. Or just because I needed to. It doesn't happen like that. And it takes some adjustment, but you get through it. You live. Don't get stuck in what you want or your expectation or even your need for something. Don't get stuck in that saying like, oh, I lack it, I lack it, I lack it. Just understand the source you're trying to pull that from, it's dry. It's dry. The source you're trying to get that love and acceptance and all that stuff, it's dry. It's not there. You're going to get it from somewhere else, but it's not going to come from where you expected it to or where you may have needed it to. But it's going to come, and it's not going to be from there. And you have to accept it, and you have to embrace it from whoever you get it from. It could be a secret lover because, at certain times you got to be secretive. If you're not coming out or if you just came out, it could be whatever. It could be a best friend. It could be the same old person that get on your nerves but come around all the time. Whoever is frequent in your life. And if you have no one at all, listen, it could be you finding that same security in a book. You finding that same security in videos. You finding that same security that you may need, that make you feel safe, that give you a safe space in writing and expressing yourself, making your own videos. You could find different ways to get those same emotions that you may be looking for, that same acceptance or anything. by just channeling your energy in something else that actually will give you satisfaction and give you what you're looking for, versus trying to get someone else to change their mind or their perception, and then on top of changing their mind and perception, but like then changing the way they treat you and how they do things. Sometimes you just have to readjust your expectations because people can't provide what you require, you know. And thank you guys so much for commenting and subscribing. That really made my day. It really helps me out to know that I'm helping, or that I could be a help or be a voice for anyone. And thank you guys for the love. It just feels good. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass